who can get it up there over 80, close to 85 miles an hour. 17 strikeouts in his 16 innings of work. Jovi is headed to Iona College next year. He'll be pitching in the MAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, and that means he'll be able to come back and play at home against Fairfield, and Sacred Heart, and Quinnipiac down the road here in Hamden. So a nice opportunity for this young man. We're going to get a great chance to watch him on the mound as he gets set to take on the Nighthawks of North Haven. Alex Almeida will lead things off. The catcher, the sophomore catcher,
number 14, Almeida.
And the right-hander stepping into the box, and we are just about set for baseball here on the Wax on a gorgeous Friday afternoon. And a first pitch, just missing. As I mentioned, Almeida, a sophomore catcher, and now ahead in the count. What a gorgeous day. You always wonder with outdoor activities what's going to happen. Oh, I guess we'll have to be on our toes today, Ian. The ball seems to be heading in our direction. We'll have to watch out for the foul balls. If you expect me to jump in front of that camera, you are sadly mistaken, Ian. There's a smash to short. And the play is made. Matt Mangini over at shortstop, making the first play of the ball game. One away, the leadoff hitter down for North Haven. That'll bring up the second place hitter for North Haven. That's Gavin Halavach. Stepping into the left-hand side. Jovia's first pitch taken for ball. This is a synthetic turf field at Hamden High School. True bounces all the way, and that was just going to get into short right field. Solid effort there by Sean Figueroa, the second baseman, but give Halavach a base hit, a one-out single. So one out, man at first. Here's Nick Romano, the shortstop for North Haven. We'll talk about this field all day long. First pitch low and away. So Halavach at first. Now, this game will be sped up because of the turf field. Not only balls that are hit will get through the infield faster, as we saw there as Figueroa tried to make a dive, but players, watch when they head toward second or third and try to slide. And we'll see. And there goes Halavach. He'll get in there without a slide. You may not be able to tell from your screen at home, but it's a complete turf field with the exception of a little bit of dirt on the pitcher's mound. And so those light brown beige areas, not only at home plate but at first, second, and third, that's still turf. It's just colored turf. And when guys go sliding into a bag, they can skid right on by if they don't start their slide soon enough. And they may get too much speed as this one is fouled off by Romano. Counts 2-1. So keep an eye out for base runners. And the infielders here at Hamden High are taught to make sure they get that tag down and keep it down because guys will come sliding off the bag. We try to keep Halavach close over at second, and the pitch is low for ball three. So a 3-1 count now with one down for Nick Romano. No score, top of the first. Our game of the week. And that'll be ball four. Missing again outside. So 2 on now with just one out.
Now to the plate, number 13, McCormack.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Artie McCormick, a freshman cleanup hitter, I believe, the center fielder. So, boy, does Joe Romanelli trust this youngster. Freshman playing center field. Captain of the outfield. He hits a sharp ground ball to second, and Figueroa gets it over to second, but not in time. So now the bases are loaded. The fielder's choice.
Out bat number 4, Mazzaro.
Puts runners on every base. And here's Parker Mazzaro, the left fielder. I didn't get enough chance to talk about Artie McCormick, the freshman. He took the first pitch and smacked it to second. So runners lead away from every base. One out here. North Haven with a first inning threat against Hamden. First pitch taken upstairs for a ball. Off-speed pitch taken for a strike. It's 1-1. Parker Mazzaro, the left fielder. Marcus Waring, the first baseman, on deck for North Haven. And hit on the ground. Can they turn two? Figueroa to second for one. Back to first, and they got the double play. Terrific defense from the Green Dragons to end the threat after a half inning. North Haven scoreless. Here comes Hamden to bat on the game of the week here on the Wax. And back here at Hamden High School, we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. North Haven got the bases loaded with one down, and then the double play helped Hamden get out of the inning. So now the Green Dragons will go up against Quinn Bergen, a junior right-hander, making the start for the Nighthawks. Again, North Haven played yesterday. Long road trip, for high school kids, an hour-plus bus ride over to Danbury High School, and North Haven knocked off the Hatters 8-3. So Bergen will take on the top of the Hamden lineup, and his fellow pitcher, Aiden Jovia. Jovia will lead things off, followed by A.J. Aurora and Ty Damling, the top three in the order for Hamden. The count is 1-1. I mean, it's nearly 80 degrees, sunny, late afternoon as the pitch is over, making it 1-2. Just a gorgeous afternoon. And glad you're spending it with us here on the Wax for some high school baseball. That ball fouled at the dish, so it'll remain 1-2. And a pitch taken It's now 2-2. Heads up, Ian. We're okay. That ball fouled away and leaves school property. Of course, this ballpark, and we'll get a shot of it a little later on too, and you'll notice when balls get to the outfield, built right off of the Merritt Parkway, and it's only about 4:15, and your typical Friday afternoon traffic on the Merritt. Well, I guess it's still the Wilbur Cross here in Hamden because we're in New Haven County. When you cross back into Fairfield County, it becomes the Merritt Parkway, so this is the Wilbur Cross section. It's Route 15, as everybody knows. Such a picturesque road. 3-2 now, count full to the leadoff hitter, Aiden Jovia. And he is having himself a solid at-bat, fighting things off. On the outside corner, and a solid pitch from Bergen. His first strikeout of the ball game. Here's A.J. Aurora, the left fielder. And he's quickly in the hole as Bergen gets ahead with a first pitch strike on a fastball. Breaking ball laced into the gap in right center. It falls in for a base hit. Aurora.
Now to the plate, number 8, Ty Damlin.
A solid single to right center, and it's 1 on, 1 out for Ty Damling, the third baseman. Big lefty hitter for this Green Dragon team. Now, Mike Dwyer just loves his lineup up and down. Big cut by Damling. Ty comes in hitting .429. He's got 13 RBIs. He's hit a couple out already, 2 home runs and 13 RBI. And he was trying to get his third home run with a second big swing, and now he's in a hole 0-2. Runner on at first. That's Aurora. There's 1 out. Bottom of the first. Still scoreless. Just missing. Evening the count. No, stays at 1-2. That gets away, and that's going to get Aurora to second. Runner in scoring position. North Haven had the bases loaded with 1 out. The double play got Hamden out of the jam. So now it's 2-2 to the number 3 hitter, Ty Damling. Hitting .429 so far. He's going to add to that. That's a base hit down the line into the corner and right. Aurora will score easily. Damling around second, heading to third. And on his belly with a triple, Ty Damling, an RBI triple. Hamden's got a 1-0 lead. Well, he jumped on that pitch, drilled it down the line in right for the RBI triple. And a 1-0 lead for the Green Dragons. Here's the cleanup hitter, Cameron Gam. Now, this one's getting a little bit close to us. Again, out of play, but only about 15 feet away. Now I'll Solid single to center. It's going to drive in a run. Damling comes home easily on the RBI single by Cam Game, and it's a 2-0 lead for Hamden. So the RBI for Gam scores Damling. Cam Gam with his 10th RBI of the season. Damling has 14 now. Here's Matt Mangini, the shortstop. Part of that double play to get Hamden out of a first inning jam. 1-0 pitch coming. And that's a rocket to center. Another line drive base hit. Gam's going to head to third and beat the throw while Mangini hustles into second. Smart base running by the Green Dragons. So, four straight hits for Hamden after the first out of the inning, all with one out, and a 2-0 lead with runners at second and third for Brady Damling, the catcher. Brady Damling hitting .207, looking for his fourth RBI, maybe even five, if he can knock in two. And the count is 1-1. Again, just one out here in the bottom of the first. And we've got time called. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. So 2 on and 1 down. And the pickoff move. That's a good one. The Cam just gets back. A pitch low, 2-2. Fouled off to remain 2-2. It's a busy day here at Hamden High School. The softball team is playing at home as well. Hamden AD Tom Dyer's running all over the place, making sure everybody is set. He does a fabulous job at this school with these athletic programs. He's been here a while now. Of course, he's the head football coach as well of the Green Dragons, a storied program that has been rebuilt by Tom. Another 2-2 coming to Brady Damling. A line drive, it's caught, and stepping on the bag for the out. A solid play by Gavin Halavach, and that limits the damage. 2 come across for Hamden, so after 1, Hamden leading North Haven 2-0 on our Game of the Week here on the Wax. Back here at Hamden High School, top of the second inning. First pitch low and away to Marcus Waring, the first baseman. He pops one up foul. That'll head to the football field. Now, I don't know whether to feel old or just honored. I'll go with honored because Marcus Waring brings me way back. Not he himself, but he is the nephew of the former West Haven outstanding athlete, Mel Waring Jr., and he was a pro ball player drafted by the Orioles, I think, around 1990, and played in the minor leagues for many years in several teams, including the very first couple of seasons of the Bridgeport Bluefish back in the old, now it's old, Independent Atlantic League. When Bridgeport, they built that great stadium. And there, Marcus Waring making Uncle Mel proud, finding the gap in left center with a leadoff single. Nice job of hitting by Marcus. Just properly placing that one out in the left center field. So he leads off with a single. And here is John Slace, the third baseman for North Haven. Top of the second for the Nighthawks. Aiden Jovia got out of a bases loaded, one out jam in the first. His defense got him the double play, and now a leadoff single by Waring, who they try to pick off, and he gets back. So I was talking about Marcus Waring. He's the nephew of Mel Waring Jr. Mel played with the Bridgeport Bluefish, big power hitter, outfielder, first baseman. They almost got him there. A good move from Aiden Jovia. He's going to take that move and all the rest of his pitching talents to Iona College next year. And the pitch is taken for a strike by Slace. So Mel Waring Jr. was an outstanding athlete from West Haven and tremendous part of that Bridgeport Bluefish ball club that was Atlantic League champion the very first year of the team's existence. Did those games back on News 12, Cablevision, way back in the day in 95. I think 96 was the 96 or 90. Let's see. Addie was born in 97. I think 97 was the first year. Popped up, and man, they are after us. Heads up, Ian. Oh, that one finds the stands. Everybody seems to be okay. Whew. That's about the fourth ball that's been hit our way. The athletic director Tom Dyer said, I got a great spot for you. Nothing will be impeding your vision. The camera will catch it all. He didn't say we were going to be hammered by foul balls. And again. Well, we're safe again. And I guess you'll know if we get hurt, or you'll see it. If it hits the camera, or Ian has to use his athleticism and get out of the way. But, so Mel Waring was part of that first Bluefish baseball team that won the Atlantic League Championship. I used to do the games with Dave Sims, Mike Crispino, the late Bill Ganillo. Over on News 12, we did a bunch of home games at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Oh, what a ballpark that was. Now it's a nice amphitheater. Hartford Healthcare, I believe. Here's the pitch. And a long at-bat for Slace results in a walk. What an at-bat for him. Moves Waring over to second. Second walk given up by Jovia. Brings up the eighth place hitter, Nate Acevedo. The DH pops it up. It's going to be in foul ground, and nice grab. A tremendous play. They get the runners to advance, but but a great job making the catch. That was Cam Gam.
Out of the plate, number 5, Bernie.
What a heck of a catch from Gam. A big out there. Runners move up to second and third. But an out made. Here's Shane Burney. Second and third. First pitch was a ball. And now the count is even at 1-1. So Burney is the right fielder. Top of the order, Alex Almeida waiting on deck. One down here, top of the second. A 2-0 lead at the moment for Hamden. But a second straight threat from the Nighthawks of North Haven. Had bases loaded, one out in the first. Double play ended that inning, and now second and third with just one out. And a 2-1 count to Shane Burney. Now it's 2-2. Big swing from Burney. Really nice crowd that has settled in here at Hamden High. Trying to get that outside corner. Jovia thought he might have gotten a strike, but it is now a full count, 3-2. There's a driver to the gap in left center. Going back, and a nice job making the catch. Waring's going to score. Aurora making the catch. On the sac fly, Shane Burney does a nice job.
Out of the plate, number 14, Almeida.
So Waring scores. It's 2-1. Here's Alex Almeida with 2 down. It's a 2-1 lead now for Hamden. That ball carried very well. I've been told that a big swing and a miss. Since the state a couple of years ago cut down all the trees in the outfield. Again, the Wilbercross Parkway is just about another 150 feet beyond the outfield fence here at Hamden. And a solid breaking pitch, a change, in fact. Makes it 1-2. Since the state cut down all the trees, that allows the wind to blow in. This should be a kind of a home run hitter's park. But now the wind most of the time blows in. And a big swing and a miss. And getting out of the inning with just 1 run given up is Aiden Jovia. 1 run coming across. And after 1.5, Hamden leads North Haven 2-1. It's high school game of the week on the Wax.
Leading off for your Green Dragons, the designated hitter number 5, John Diamond.
All right, John Diamond will lead things off at the Hamden High Diamond. Bottom of the second inning. 2-1 Green Dragons with 2 in the first. Have the lead. North Haven coming back with 1 in the top half of this inning. And Diamond will take a first pitch high. Second inning of work for Quinn Bergen, the right-hander, junior. And he pours a fastball in that misses, and it is 2-0. It'll be Diamond, Will Benedetti, and Sean Figueroa, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. 6, 7, and 8. There we go. And a swing and a miss. That evens up the count at 2-2. Three and 2 count full now for Diamond. And right at the knees with a good fastball, and there's one out. Second strikeout for Quinn Bergen. And now Will Benedetti, the center fielder for Hamden, steps in. First pitch outside. And for those of you watching on the Wax, we're going to be joined by our audience from WFSB Channel 3, our 4 p.m. newscast in just a moment or so. So if I repeat a few things, you'll know why. And a pitch at the knees. Solid pitch from Bernie. 2-1. Here's the action pitch from the junior. And the count is now 3-1. So here's the 3-1 pitch from Bernie. Just a little bit low. And a one-out walk to Benedetti. That brings up the second baseman, Sean Figueroa. And hello, everyone, from WFSB Channel 3. I'm Mark Roberts as our game of the week moves on here. Bottom of the second inning here at Hamden High School. Hamden, the Green Dragons, with a 2-1 lead on North Haven. The Nighthawks coming back with a run in the top of this inning, and now on the mound for North Haven, that's Quinn Bergen. And at the dish, Sean Figueroa for Hamden, the right-handed hitting second baseman. He's hitting .348 on the season. He's got 7 RBIs. So he's having a solid season. Count is 1-1. The 2-1 game. Now they get the runner caught in a pickle. And see how the defense handles it on the dive back to the bag. And they say he's out. Benedetti out back at first. Outstanding defensive effort from the Nighthawks of North Haven to erase a runner. We've got 2 out now. Now, Mike Dwyer, the fourth-year head coach of Hamden, is going to ask for an appeal, ask for help. There's, of course, this is high school athletics, no review, but we'll let you know what happens over on the Wax. Right now, they're going to stay with an out, and we're getting back to the studio. Take it easy, everybody. All right, we continue here on the Wax, and they get the out at first on the pickoff. And there's a drive to left. under it and making the grab to end the inning is Parker Mazzaro. So it turns up to be a 3-up, 3-down inning for Hamden. And after 2 full, it's Hamden 2 and North Haven 1 here on the Wax. Gavin Halavach takes a first pitch strike to lead off the top of the third. The second baseman singled back in the first, got all the way to third, but then that's where he stayed after the inning-ending double play by Hamden. Counts 1-1. Jovia in his third inning of work. And in high school baseball, of course, there's a pitch count. I'm not keeping one, but depending on how many pitches you throw, that tells you how many days rest you need after your outing. Anything from 1 to, I think, a 4-day rest. A little number toward first. Gam flips to Jovia. They execute that defensively very, very well. So 1 out to start this top of the third. Here's Nick Romano, the shortstop. He walked back in the first inning, got to second base, and that's where he finished his top half of the first. So Jovia, what a fastball at the knees. Counts 0-1. Boy, I tell you, the sun has gone under some wispy clouds, behind some wispy clouds, but it's still a gorgeous day. This ball hit off the bag at third, and that is a base hit for Romano. So
now bat number 13.
A little bit of luck never hurts. Of course, I guess you could say it might be bad luck for Hamden, but the base hit off the bag for Romano. A 1-out single. Here's Artie McCormick. And a big swing. McCormick reached on an error back on a fielder's choice. That loaded the bases. Pickoff over at first. Romano gets back. So McCormick behind in the count, 0-1. And now in a hole with 2 strikes. Jovia really pumps it up there. It's all in the legs, the lower body. Not a big, tall strapping pitcher, but he can fire it. Figueroa does a nice job to knock it down, and there's an example, a fine example of knowing the field. And how about Figueroa knocking that ball down? Sean Figueroa gets over and does a great job blocking the ball and then quickly getting to his feet. Romano gets to second, but there are now two down. Here's Parker Mazzaro. He's in a hole 0-1. And Mazzaro's the one who hit into the 4-6-3 double play that ended the top of the first. The two out now. The runner Romano at second base for North Haven. Nighthawks trailing Hamden 2-1. That pitch a little bit high, the breaking ball. Gets the fastball over to make the count 1-2 to Parker Mazzaro. Dropping into short center field, nearly. Did he catch it? I think it hit the ground. Well, the umpires say it hit the ground. Matt Mangini making a great effort. We'll have to. We don't have instant replay now. I'll look at it when I get back to the station tonight. That was an outstanding effort from Mangini.
Now with that, number 15, Waring.
And remember, it's a two-man crew in high school baseball. Here's Marcus Waring. So that's a base hit for Mazzaro. The run scored, by the way. Romano came in from second on a two-out blooper. The game's tied at 2. So Waring singled to lead off the second inning. Came around to score. And a pickoff move by Jovia. Mazzaro back. Here's the 1-1 to Waring. And now he's in a hole 1-2. Jovia with a look over that left shoulder. And he gets Waring on a swing and miss to end the inning, but not before. North Haven comes back and ties the game up. 2-2 going to the bottom of the third. Hamden and North Haven as you watch the game of the week on the Wax. Back here at Hamden High School, bottom of the third inning, Aiden Jovia, the leadoff hitter, leading off this inning, and now he's 2-0 in the count. And it is now 2-1. Big swing off Bergen. Quinn Bergen, junior right-hander, making into the third inning here. Bottom of the third and a 2-2 game in our Wax game of the week. A pitch on the outside part of the plate, evening the count at 2-2. That one just missing, so it's 3-2. Count full to the leadoff hitter for the Green Dragons. Jovia, pitcher, and also hitting at about just under 300, 296 coming in. He might get to 300 or a little bit closer with a line drive single to center to start the third.
Out of the plate, number 2, A.J. Aurora.
Here's A.J. Aurora, the left fielder. He singled, scored the first run of the game back in the first. So now with Aurora up, Jovia at first. Let's see. Jovia with 7 stolen bases coming into this game. Gets a big lead, and again, he's trying to mark off outside of that sliding area, if you will, although it's all turf, if you cannot tell. Oh. Pitch is way high, 1-0. I mentioned Jovia has 7 stolen bases on the season. Hitting nearly 300, pitching, just a ball player. Smoke down the line, it's just foul by about 1.5 feet. Trying to paint that line is A.J. Aurora. Aurora hitting .414 coming in. He got the base hit to start things in the first. He's got 8 RBI on the season. Now with 13 hits on the year. This is the 10th game of the year for Hamden. The Green Dragons are 6-3. There goes Jovia. Got a good jump. And that ball wasn't going to beat him anyway. A stolen base. The 9th. Is that the 9th, or that is the 8th of the season for Jovia? Now he's in scoring position with nobody out. 2-1 the count. Just making sure Jovia stays close. And a hit batter. Aurora gets plunked. He seems okay.
Out of the plate, number 8, Ty Damling.
Here's Ty Damling. Had a big triple and an RBI back in the first. Damling's first triple of the season, now 14 RBI, hitting over .430 on the season. He's got 2 on and nobody out. Big spot for the third place hitter in this Hamden lineup. Takes a pitch low and outside. It's 1-0. So Damling with an opportunity to really do some more damage. He has that RBI triple that got the scoring started for Hamden back in the first. Third baseman. Bergen taking a little bit of time. And as he does, I see a little bit of stirring. It's high and away. It's 2-0. Some pitcher has gone down into the bullpen area into the cage and the pen area for North Haven. That pitch is up and away. It's 3-0. Do you let a kid hitting 430 swing away? 3-0 in a 2-2 game. Bottom of the third. Well, not close, so that loads up the bases.
Out of the plate for your Dragons, number 22, Cam Gam.
Here comes the first baseman, the cleanup hitter, Cam Gam. He singled in the 2-run first and drove in a run. So he'll come up with the bases loaded, and Gam hitting .516 on the season with 10 RBI now and an opportunity to get some more. Gam has 16 hits in 31 at-bats. He scored 11 runs. He's got 4 doubles on the season. What a spot for Gam. And a tough spot right now for North Haven. Quinn Bergen, the junior righty, looking at Gam. Big number 22. Low and away for a 1-0 count. Gam will be looking dead red. That's where it is. Good pitch. Count is 1-1. Here's a drive to deep left. Hit well and gone. A grand slam. A Gam slam. Cam Gam just went bam. And they are glamming it up at home plate are the Green Dragons. A monster shot. I thought this park wasn't conducive to home runs. It didn't matter. That one jumped out of here. Down the line and left. Cam Glam with the grand slam. His first homer of the season. And one swing makes it 6-2 Hamden. Another swing, a hard hit ball up the middle. That's Matt Mangini with a base hit.
Out of the plate, number 6.
Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And they are trying to get somebody loose in a hurry in that North Haven bullpen. Mangini with a good lead off first. So Cam Gam with the first ever grand slam. The pickoff, again, a good one. Throw high. Mangini is safe. They nearly had him as he was going. So on to second base is Mangini. That is the first grand slam ever hit on our game of the week here on the Wax. I know that because I've done all the games. And that was a mammoth shot. Here's the 0-2. It's Brady Damling. Struck out looking back in the second. That one will go foul. So a 4-run lead now for Hamden. And that did not take long. Still nobody out here in the third. Well, now there is.
Out of the plate, number 5, John Diamond.
So Damling goes down swinging. Damling's. Now, how about that? They play diamonds at forever. Look at that for John Diamond. One out, runner at second. Here's the 1-0. Now that'll even up at 1-1. So if you're unfamiliar with high school baseball, 7-inning game. And this field is a turf field, but it's the same dimensions between the bases as, college and the pros. Made 90 feet between each bag, 60 feet 6 inches from the rubber to the plate. A swing and a miss for Diamond. So it's now 2-2. Ball hit to right. Catch is made, and then throwing out the runner at third. How about that? Shane Burney starting it, and they get the runner at third to end the inning. That's our third double play. That one going from right to third, and that will end the inning, but not before the grand slam from Cam Gam puts Hamden up 6-2 here on the Wax. All right, counts 1-1 to John Slace, the third baseman for North Haven, who now is in the hole 1-2 as we start the top of the fourth inning here at Hamden High School. So glad you're with us on our game of the week here in the Wax. Mark Robbins, Ian Pettigrew doing all the real work. And the shortstop, Mangini, over to Gam. And a putout to start the top of the fourth. 6-2, Hamden on top. Here's Nate Acevedo, the designated hitter. He popped out. Gam made a terrific grab and foul ground. around the first base area to take care of Acevedo in his first at bat. And that is poured in. Count is 0-2. Fourth inning of work for Aiden Jovia. And he takes care of that hitter. 3 straight strikes. That is the 3rd strikeout for Jovia. He had 17 in 16 innings of play pitching. Here's Shane Burney. And a base hit up the middle for Burney, the right fielder. Solid single. That'll bring up Alex Almeida, 0 for 2 in this game. The catcher, sophomore for North Haven. 2 down, runner at first. Let's see if North Haven can work him around at least. Jovia's first pitch missing high. And trying to keep Burney close to the bag. Change-up, swung on and missed. 1-1 the count to Alex Almeida. Just a bit upstairs with that one. 2-1. And the count even at 2-2. Down low, and that'll bring it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here. Top of the 4th on a fabulous Friday afternoon in Hamden. And here on the wax. And that is low for ball 4. So a 2-out walk by Almeida. Gavin Halavach. The second baseman is 1 for 2. Foul that one out of play. 2 on, 2 out here. North Haven has had runners in nearly every inning. And in fact, they have had in every inning. That ball fouled out of play. 0-2. Aiden Jovia trying to quell another North Haven rally. Just missed on that one. Halavach was all over that pitch. Just missed it, fouling it straight back. The 0-2 again. Now it's 1-2. North Haven 4-4 on the season after yesterday's 8-3 road win at Danbury. In fact, this is the 3rd road game of the week for the Nighthawks. Do they get school bus miles when they travel? That's a lot of bus rides. They were down in Wallingford, I believe, taking on Lyman Hall on Tuesday. And then to Danbury Thursday, and that's no picnic. They got the 8-3 win, 4-4 for Joe Romanelli. Joe Romanelli in his staff. And that pitch up high. Nice job at the dish by Halovich, working his way back. The count is now full at 3-2. And we'll do it again. Such a great day on Friday. Tomorrow not to be so nice. And that pitch outside, loading up the bases. 2 straight walks and the base hit by Bernie, and
now that number 24, Romano.
There'll be a discussion on the mound. Aiden Jovie, as I mentioned, 2-1 on the year. His ERA 1.75. Teams are hitting .211 against him in 16 innings. Coming in, and now this would be, he's trying to finish the 20th inning of his season. He's got 2 out, but the bases are loaded with Nighthawks. Second time they've had it in this game. Got nothing the first time with 1 out in the first, hitting into a double play. Here's Nick Romano. And the shortstop takes a strike. He's 1 for 1. He's got a walk and a single. Singled and scored back in the third. And Jovia high with that pitch. 6-2 lead for Hamden. Ground ball is short. Mangini makes the play. Over to Figueroa. The bases loaded threat ends with no runs across for North Haven. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 6-2 Hamden right here on the Wax. Well, you're checking out Lucas Mazzaro, the new pitcher for North Haven, the freshman right-hander coming in to relieve Quinn Bergen. Bergen going 3 innings, giving up 6 runs, all of them earned. And here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Hamden with a 6-2 lead in our game of the week. I'm Mark Robbins, Ian Pettigrew, giving you all the pictures and the sound. That first pitch is a strike to Will Benedetti. Benedetti with a number. And a solid play. Mazzaro comes in, throws a couple pitches, and gets a put out.
Sean Figueroa.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems.
All right, here's Sean Figueroa, the second baseman for Hamden. He flied out to left his first at-bat. He showed you a slick glove first couple innings here, part of a double play. Made a nice play on a ball hit to the hole, and this ball flied to right. And quickly, 2 up, 2 down, Shane Burney making the catch. That brings up the top of the order. Here's Aiden Jovia. So Jovia is 1 for 2 in the game with a stolen base and a run scored. Jovia singled and scored in the third, stole his base in the third as well. Takes the first pitch for a strike. 2 down, bottom of the fourth, Hamden with a 6-2 advantage. And that one is low. Evening the count at 1-1. Jovia trying to go for our camera. Coming up a little short and to our left this time. 1-2 to the Hamden pitcher. Although there has been some action in the Green Dragons bullpen. And Jovia with another foul back. Brady Damling was getting loose in the bullpen for Hamden. Change is low and inside. So it's 2-2. Again, 2 out, nobody on here. Bottom of the fourth. And a fastball taken for strike 3. Solid performance. 3 up, 3 down. Lucas Mazzaro, the freshman, gets out of the inning. 1-2-3. We'll go to the top of the fifth. It's 6-2 Hamden on Max. Artie McCormick with a ground ball to second that Figueroa takes care of. 1 pitch, 1 out here, top of the fifth for North Haven.
Out of the plate, number 4, Mazzaro.
McCormick, the freshman center fielder. Now 0 for 3. Here's Parker Mazzaro, left fielder. And Jovia with a strike on the first pitch to Mazzaro. And Parker Mazzaro now 0-2 in a hole. Again, if you're just joining us, this is an artificial turf field here. It's a multi-purpose field. You see all the lines. They play lacrosse, soccer. And this one hit sharply, but right at Gam, and Gam makes the play, 2 down.
Out of the plate, number 15, Waring.
Here's Marcus Waring, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Big lefty first baseman. Mentioned it before, the nephew of Mel Waring Jr., the incredible multi-sport star at West Haven High and pro ball player. And sharp ground ball fielded by Mangini over to first, and 3 up and 3 down in the top of the 5th for North Haven. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 6-2 Hamden here on the Wax. A smash off the bat of A.J. Aurora. That'll be a base hit to lead off this bottom of the 5th against Lucas Mazzaro. Aurora now 2 for 2. He was also hit by a pitch. So leading off the bottom of the 5th, Aurora with a base hit. Here's Ty Damling. Damling is 1 for 1, a triple, RBI, 2 runs scored. He takes a pitch low. Lucas Mazzaro, freshman, on his 2nd inning of work. He went 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-0. A 2-0 count now to the left-handed hitting third baseman, Ty Damling for Hamden. Popped it sky high at second base. And a nice job bringing it in by Gavin Halavach.
Number 22, Cam Gam.
Here's Cam Gam, and the last time this young man put a swing on a pitch, he drove it about 350, 360 out of the ballpark to left. Tremendous drive, and the bases were loaded. And that'll won't be a grand slam, but that'll be another base hit.
Now bat number 12, Matt Mangini.
So Gam with another hit. In fact, Gam is 3 for 3 with 5 RBI, by the way. How about that? And if we're going to have a player of the game, it might just be for Hamden, Mr. Game. And want to talk things over with freshman Lucas Mazzaro. Matt Mangini, the shortstop, he's 2 for 2. The Game again with his first home run of the season. He's now got 14 RBI. And he's hitting, I mean, he came into the game at 516. I can't do that math, but he's 3 for 3. I know it went up. I know it went up. I know. How about that change? Had Mangini way out in front. Good pitch. And again, the off speed. And with a runner at first, that's an automatic strike 3 on the swing and a miss, despite it being in the dirt. 2 down, 2 on for Hamden. Here is Brady Damling. And Mazzaro will step off. So 2 on, 2 out. Damling hit into a double play and has struck out. Takes that pitch low and away. Bottom of the 5th here in Hamden. And that pitch, a fastball for a strike. It's 1-1. Hamden trying to get to 7-3 on the season. Remember, you got to win 8 games out of your 20 to make the state tournament. And these teams are perennial powers, and I would think reaching 8, North Haven at 4-4, you know, shouldn't be an issue. These teams are usually fighting amongst the leaders for the SEC, the Southern Connecticut Conference Championship, and of course the SEC has a tournament. I think it's the 30th year for the SEC. Al Carbone, the commissioner, maybe he's watching on the wax today. 2 of his schools competing in the game of the week. What a vote we had, by the way, on WFSB.com. Over 3,000 votes for the game of the week, and this game edged out, and I'll tell you in a second. Mazzaro steps off. This game edged out the Glastonbury at Southington softball game by about 75 votes. And did they get him? No. Back to the bag is Gams. So with over 3,000 votes, it came down to a mere 77 between these 2 games, this game and that Glastonbury Southington softball game. Good job behind the plate by Alex Almeida. Here's a full count pitch, just missed. Loading up the bases. There are green dragons all over the place at every base. And you can tell by the music. It's John Diamond. He is forever. And he is 0 for 2. Takes a first pitch strike. Mazzaro, no place to put him. 2 out. 6-2 lead for Hamden. Off Mazzaro. It's going to be a tough play. Waring over to Mazzaro. How about that? Excellent play to get out of the jam and end the inning. No runs. Leaving the bases loaded. Hamden still leads at 6-2. Back for the sixth on the wax.
On to pitch for the Green Dragons, number 6, Brady Damling.
Brady Damling, the new pitcher for Hamden.
Leading off,
And we got some changes
21, Acevedo.
as well. Let's see. After 5 innings,
Number 9.
Aiden Jovia will go over to second base. Damling on. Brady Damling with his 5th appearance of the season. He's 1-0. He's got a save. He's pitched 4 innings so far. Two and 0, the count. The batter is John Slace, the third baseman. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. So Brady Damling on for Hamden and in relief of Aiden Jovia. And a walk to the leadoff hitter by Damling.
Number 21.
5 innings and 2 runs given up by Jovia. Here's the DH, Nate Acevedo. Acevedo takes the first pitch high. So a walk to Slace. Acevedo is 0 for 2. He popped to first and foul territory and struck out. And Damling's pitch is in the dirt. They move Jovia to second base. Gavin Pepe stays over in right. And that pitch on the inside part of the plate, 3-1. Acevedo takes low, ball 4. That'll bring up Shane Burney. He is 1 for 2. Excuse me, he's 1 for 1. He has a sac fly and an RBI along with his single. And now bringing the infield together is Hamden head coach Mike Dwyer. Mike Dwyer, former star here at Hamden High, and went on to Newberry College up in the Boston area. They coached there for a little bit, came back here to his alma mater, and also protects the streets and the citizens of Hamden, as he is a Hamden police officer. So, tremendous responsibility on the field and off for Coach Dwyer. And there'll be a little bit of action in the Hamden bullpen. 2 on, nobody out. Here comes North Haven. They've been trying to rally in every inning with runners on. And Damling fires one over, getting ahead. And we got a loose ball on the field. Let's see if they do get it out of the way. Damling with an 0-1. Changeup just missed. So 2 on, nobody out here. Top of the 6th. Again, if you're unfamiliar with high school baseball, it's a 7-inning game. So it's starting to get a little bit late for North Haven. But the Nighthawks are threatening. And a swing and a miss from Shane Burney. Slace at second. Acevedo at first for the Nighthawks. And a good stop behind the plate. And he got him swinging. Burney goes down swinging. First out of the inning. Go to the top of the order, Alex Almeida. First strikeout for Brady Damling. Damling out of the stretch. And just a little bit low. Runners off first and second. Pitch is high, 2-0. See Damling on the mound in a little stripe of sunshine as the shadows start to overtake the field here at Hamden High. And that one poured in for a strike, 2-1. Almeida walked his last time up. Looking to get on or get a hit, and help his team any way he can. He's been on base once, that back in the 4th when he walked. Ground out and strikeout his other 2 times up. This one smashed into right field on the ground, a base hit. Runner around third, he'll score. And into third goes Acevedo as Slace slides in. An RBI single for Alex Almeida.
Out of the plate, number 19, Halavach.
So the base hit drives in a run, 6-3 on the single by Almeida. Here's Gavin Halavach, the second baseman. And he is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Also, and a pitch out, the pick off, and they got him. They get Almeida, an outstanding pickoff from Damling. Brady Damling And Game worked the pickoff, and there are 2 out. Two down runner at third. It's 6-3 for Halovich, the second baseman. So 1 run in for North Haven. And that one gets away, but not far enough. Not a deep backstop here at Hamden High School. One and one the count to Gavin Halovich. And that one is fouled out of play, third base side. What a crowd. Again, great crowd here today on a simply spectacular Friday afternoon. Close to 80 degrees when we started this one. We're not even in May yet. This one hit down the line and left. It'll drop in. And Halovich will get to second, and he will pull up there with an RBI double. An RBI double for Gavin Halovich. It's a 6-4 game. North Haven clawing its way back. Here's the 3-hitter, Nick Romano, the shortstop. Singled, scored a run, walked, and grounded out. Going after the first pitch. He's in the hole, 0-1. So 2 across against Brady Damling here in the top of the 6th. That pitch inside. Really good, crisp ball game here at Hamden High School. Hi, everybody, on WFSB Channel 3. We're in the top of the 6th inning, and that pitch is popped up by Nick Romano of North Haven out to his counterpart at shortstop, and the catch is made by Matt Mangini. And, of course, you come in to check us out with a live shot, and we get one pitch and a pop-out to end the inning. But I'll tell you, North Haven has come up with 2 runs here in the top of the 6th. So the Hamden lead is down to 6-4. And Hamden got its lead of 6-2 because of a Cam Gam, what I'm calling a Gam Slam. That's right. Gam with a grand slam back in the 3rd inning. Made it a 6-2 game, and North Haven has been fighting back ever since. This is our game of the week that we have weekly on the Wax. You voted for it on WFSB.com, and we are here, and it's just a gorgeous Friday afternoon here in Hamden. And this has been a very well-played baseball game between these two schools in the Southern Connecticut Conference. Hamden trying to get to 7-3 on the season. North Haven 4-4 coming in, trying to get over 500. Right around the midway point for both of these squads in a 20-game season of high school baseball. So it's 6-4, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sean Figueroa, the second baseman. He's flied out to left and to right in his previous 2 at-bats. Take a second pitch for a strike. He's in a hole 0-2, 6-4. Really entertaining baseball game today on the Wax. That pitch will be a little bit high. Mazzaro, keep in mind, folks, just a freshman. And when you talk about high school baseball in the state of Connecticut, a lot of really strong programs, and two of them here in Hamden and North Haven. And that a check swing, and he went around. So Figueroa is out on strikes. Here's Aiden Jovia, who is 1 for 3 in this game, and he was the starting pitcher, went 5 innings, stands to pick up the victory if Hamden holds on and get to 3-1 on the season. He wants to try and add to it a little bit, keep the rally going with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And there is some action in the bullpen. And they've got Matt Mangini, the shortstop, warming up down the right field line. So we'll see if they plan to bring him in. Hamden's shortstop might come on to the bump for the 7th inning and try to close this down as that pitch is taken for a strike. It's 2-1. That's 2-1. 6-4 our score. North Haven trailing Hamden, and that breaking ball is taken for a strike to make it 2-2. Just missed. A little bit outside. Umpire making sure the fans behind the backstop understand where that pitch was. Solid single up the middle. I think Jovia's going to go for 2, and he's going to get there. That ball skipping on this artificial turf. And a double with 2 out for Aiden Jovia. Here's A.J. Aurora coming up with a runner in scoring position. And 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Again, it's 7-inning high school game, so it'll be last licks for North Haven in the top of the 7th. Mazzaro's pitch is outside. This ball is skied to short left. And making the play, the shortstop, Nick Romano. And that'll do it. Nothing across for Hamden as we go to the 7th. Who's going to be on the bump? We'll show you when we come back. 6-4 Hamden here on the Wax. Freshman Artie McCormick swings and misses the leadoff hitter, the center fielder for North Haven here. Last licks for the Nighthawks. Top of the 7th, and that pitch is nubbed out to second base. And the play is made by Jovia. So 1 up, 1 down. Here's Parker Mazzaro, the left fielder for North Haven. Mazzaro 1 for 3. 2 ground outs and a single. And this ball laced into the gap in center. And on the move, nice running catch from Will Benedetti. Looked like Adam Benintendi out there in center field. Marcus Waring steps in, 2 down, trying to get the 2-out rally going for the Nighthawks of North Haven. Damling low on the lefty. It's 2-0. Marcus Waring singled, scored a run back of the second. He is 1 for 3. He takes a pitch outside. And he works the walk with 2 out to start the rally for North Haven. Here's John Slace. Slace, the third baseman, walked back in the 6th and scored. He's walked twice. He's 0 for 1. And takes a first pitch strike. Top of the 7th. Don't forget, highlights of this one, post-game reaction coming up on FNF tonight on Channel 3 at 11:15. Joe Zone, myself, Dan Booth will all be there. Talking about and showing you the highlights from around Connecticut, high school, little college, and college lacrosse, and a feature that Dan Booth has done that's just outstanding on one of the best softball pitchers in the state of Connecticut. In some really incredible adversity that she has overcome and continues to overcome. So you won't want to miss that story, along with all the highlights and a lot of post-game. There goes the runner, Waring. And he'll get in there. And he's not going to go anywhere. Benedetti is there to back it up. So a stolen base for Waring. 6-4 game, tying run here at the plate. John Slace with a 2-1 count. So we'll have that FNF show at 11:15. We'll even have college football for you. You believe that? That's right, the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils spring game coming up tonight. In fact, that's where I'm heading after this one. 3-1 to Slace. That'll get away. Waring will get to third. Slace takes the walk, his second straight walk, and a second straight walk from Brady Damling. And here comes Mike Dwyer. Looks like he's going to make the pitching change. And I believe we are going to have Matt Mangini come in. While we have a pitching change, we'll put up the slate, and we'll be back in a moment. It's the top of the 7th, 6-4 Hamden, here on the Wax. right, back here, bottom of the 7th, as Mr. Mangini is on the mound. Matt Mangini's first pitch, rearing back and letting this one go, is a little bit outside to Nate Acevedo. Tying run at first. Base hit left field. It's a one-run ball game. Acevedo coming through. The DH with an RBI single. Runners at first.
Now at bat number 5, Bernie.
Yeah. 6-5.
Number 31, Wells.
What a game. Now we got a pinch runner for North Haven as Shane Burney steps in against Matt Mangini. Yeah. First pitch swung on and missed. So the tying run now at second base. Mangini with the 0-1. And he's ahead 0-2. Mangini trying to get his first save of the season as Hamden's trying to hang on. Here's the 0-2 coming. Nub towards second. And that is the ball game. Mangini comes in and manages to shut the door. Hamden comes away with a very entertaining victory. 6-5. The Green Dragons hang on and beat North Haven. And as I mentioned, just a wonderfully entertaining high school baseball game. Hamden now 7-3 on the season. North Haven dropping 4-5. Hope you've enjoyed our high school baseball game of the week here on the Wax. Don't forget to get to WFSB.com and vote for next week. And check out FNF tonight at 11:15 on WFSB Channel 3. So until next week, for my entire crew here at the ballpark in Hamden, Ian Pettigrew, he's the whole crew, Mr. Pettigrew, and everybody back at Channel 3, WFSB, I'm Mark Robinson. So long and good night. 6-5, Hamden over North Haven.